Hi guys, in this video we are going to create 3 looks with this one palette, the ABH Norvina Collection Pro Pigment Volume 5, a very purple based, purple toned palette, but with lots of options for variety in here. So I have created 3 looks using this palette, and if you would like to see what I came up with, just keep watching. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ange, where I love to share all things beauty and lifestyle aimed at the more mature woman. If that sounds like you, please consider subscribing to my channel. I upload videos on a weekly basis and I would love to see you back. As I said, we are going to do 3 looks using this stunning little palette. I will leave a link here to my first video of when I got this palette if you are wanting more deets on it, and I do another look in that video as well. But in this video we are going to try and create 3 different looks using this palette and trying to use some of the different tones within it. A1, A2, this has a little bit of a duochrome to it, A3, A4, A5, B1, B2, B3, B4, and B5. Wow, I really like that shade. C1, C2, C3, C4, might do that one again, C4, my little finger didn't get a lot, and C5, D1, D2, which is just a straight out topper glittery shade, and I can feel the glitter on that, and yet you're not really getting the full impact of that shade really on my arm to what it is, but it is true glitter. D3, D4, and D5. That is my favourite shade, E1, E2, E3, never likes my little finger, E4, let's do that again, E4, and the last one, E5. Something I do want to point out before I get started, and that is that I have washed these brushes after using this palette, and even though I've washed them how I normally do, I don't know if you can tell, but there is some staining on these from the purple shadows. I'm going to give them another go with Cinema Secrets, hopefully being able to get rid of some of that staining, but I just wanted to point that out. That's how pigmented these are. I have got a watery eye today. I was a little bit haphazard putting my concealer on, so I've had a really good old watery eye. Okay, I'm going to go in with our transition shade, the A4. Okay, so with the A4 shade, I am just going backwards and forwards, following the shape of my brow. Little circular motions. And just blending in that upper hood area. Makeup Geek Outer V brush, and we should really go purple today, shouldn't we? Should we go really purple? I don't know how much I'm going to love this, but we're going to go D5 just so that we can say I've done different colours with that tap motion on my eye going upwards. Oh, she's purple, and I'm going up because it will blend. Man, these are pigmented. So going up, straight up, it actually looks like one of those sickles that you use in the fields chopping corn down. So okay, now looking straight ahead, yes, we are where I can see it. I'm just going to shape it a little bit different so that it's the same shape as the eyebrow this time. So coming up quite high, but we're going to blend it all out. I'm going to shape my other eye before I blend, so that I get the same outline. Just dabbing those tears. So it's about the same outline. Just pop a little bit more. For the blending, I'm going to take one of my Anastasia Beverly Hills brushes that come in the palettes of the normal Anastasia palettes, and I'm just doing little circular motions and really blending the shade out. And I have taken this quite high this time. With the other end of this Anastasia brush, I'm going to, seeing as we used that shade, I'm going to take C1. And I'm going to, this is a glitter shade, and I am going to tap that in the half going out to the edge. And going straight up the middle. So bold and bright, but that's okay. Going with the other side of that brush again, and then I will build up the outer V colour just a little bit. Now this is definitely outside of my comfort zone. Just blend a little bit more of that shade going towards the edge. Let's try A3. May not finish with it. So I'm taking another one of those Anastasia brushes. I love these brushes, they're just so good. Right, and I'm going to put that A3 shade, and it's quite pink. It looks more purple lavendery in the pan, but on the eye it is coming out pink. And I'm going to pop that in the first half of the eye. And I felt that fall down my face then. And I'm blending it over the lilac shade. So coming into the middle, inner corner of the eye, up to where we've shaded it. Okay, now going in with our original first blending brush again, dabbing it into the A4, and I am really just going to blend that top area. She's a purple look. With our Makeup V brush in the original D5 shade, I'm going to run that under the outer part of my under eye. Then with another little pencil brush, I'm going to take our crease shade A4 and just buff that right under the eye. Now getting it all right comes towards the end where I am looking straight ahead and making sure that we are all on the right blending and angles once we are looking straight ahead with our hood and everything. And I can see that I haven't come far enough outwards with the outer V, but I would rather do that subtly and slowly connecting it with the bottom lower lash line. I have to say it's probably one of the brightest looks I've ever done as far as all over. Now I'm going to take B1, which is like a topper shade, pop it on my little finger, and I'm going to tap that just in the join between the two shimmer shades. And just pat that on with my finger. I think it needed that. It did. Going back in with my original blending brush and just... Okay, so I'm just going to pop off camera, do lashes and eyeliner, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that is the finished look with black eyeliner on the top lashes, and on the bottom lashes this black plum from Estee Lauder, which is a purple shade, and I just think it finishes off these purples. And very different for me, but using the same techniques of going up, following the eyebrow, getting that transition shade laid first, just some brighter shades, same technique that I normally use, and quite bold, don't we think? And I have got a very pale lip on today because I didn't want to do too much with these eyes. I'm going to go with the warm shades today. Morphe M441, and we'll go in with E4, which is a bright mustard shade, and I'm just going to take that in the outer portion of my eye, and I've just realised I haven't primed my eyes, but that's okay. We will keep going. I do have some foundation on my eyes, and I'm just blending that, just diffusing that right out, right in my top portion where my hood is, upper eye. So nice and warm. I'm going to build the warmth up a little bit slowly because I will go in with one of the purple shades, but I'm going to now take D1, very glittery shade, but I'm going to attempt to put that in the outer part of my eye. I'm going to hold a judgment as to how I think that would work. I'm going to go in with a Sonia G Worker 1 brush with the D1. And I'm going to tap that in the outer corner, and I will add a purpley shade out here at some stage, But I'm going to use this glitter. I'm taking it in the crease. It's not normally what you would do. You would normally use a matte shade, but I'm wanting to see how this goes. And I'm taking that around my eyeball into the center in the inner eye here, just blending that. Going back with our first blending brush and blending that up. And just softly diffusing that. That's quite nice actually. And it doesn't actually look too glittery on the eye. And I've noticed when I'm editing, I'm really sorry about shadows. I don't know how people, they probably have really expensive lights, but I don't know how people film without getting shadow on their videos when they're not in front of a window. Actually, that's quite pretty. And I've made the mistake of using pink blush, so I might have to change my blush. I thought, Norvina palette, purple shades, I need pink blush. But it might tie in by the time I add a bit of purple to the outside. That's blended together really nice, those two colours. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with C5 in the outer corner. It's probably one of the go-tos I have for the outer corner, and I'm just going to add that in the very corner of the eye. Doing the tap tap, and I'm not going to go as high, I don't think, this time, because I think I'll blend. So I'm just going just in that area. That looks really nice with the orange. I'll go back in with the Sonia G brush and blend those two together, and I'm just going to circular motions. I didn't add a lot of that C5, and I'm just blending it up and out with the product that's already on the eye. And then running it under the eye. So better get back into, I might carry that on with the D1, the orange glitter shade or metallic shade. It sounds like my pusscat needs letting out. And this brush, I don't think I said, is the Sigma Small Tapered E45. It's just a little brush, which is good for hooded eyes. Little brushes are really perfect for hooded eyes. So just keeping it in the outer area, not taking it up too high. Doing that D1 under here as well before I start blending, and then blending that C5. And I'm doing my circular motions, heading them out towards the outer corner, and when I'm over here I'm doing the same thing, so going the opposite way but blending outwards. Now I have been in two minds about this palette, and I have tossed and turned so many times. I've decided I am keeping this palette because there are so many different colour combinations within it, and there's a couple of shades in here that I just love. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with my, what I did there was I went back with that D1 and just tried to put a bit more in the crease. This is our original blending brush, no extra colour, and I am just going nuts blending that area. So it's all pretty blown out, no harsh lines. Now if you're wanting to tidy up the edges, you can go back with your beauty sponge and just tidy it up like that. And now this is a wee Zoeva 234 travel brush. I'm going to go in with C4, and it might be too similar, so I might top it with A2. So C4 on the inner lid. No, I'm happy with that. So I'm just taking that on the inner lid. So again, ducking in with our blending brush, getting all those edges blended. And what I might do is go in with a Morphe 4506, and just to lighten the inner corner up, I'm going to go in with A2 and just pop A2 just here, hopefully to lighten it up. I'm not doing it too much, so I'm going to mix it with B1, which is a bit more white. I just want to lighten that up in that inner corner. Going back in with our blending brush. Just to blend it all out. With our Sigma E45, I'll go back in with C5 and just really lightly run that under the eye. Okay, I'll duck off, do liner and lashes. Be right back. Back with eyeliner and lashes. I used the Wayne Goss Rich Brown Coal Black Eyeliner, top and lower waterline, and then I have gone back in with my brush and smudged underneath the eyeliner with the shadow that was underneath there. Black lashes and finished look, and I think it's really, really pretty. I like the mix of the purples with the warm tones. So I hope you like that one. Last look using this palette, and today I'm going to use some shades that I have been asked what they are like, so they are really outside of my comfort zone, but I will use them today. I have primed my eyes with the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I'm going to go in with A4 because I really do feel that's the only transition shade in the palette, and I'm just going to diffuse that, go roughly in the upper hood area and just blur that out. I don't know if I'm going to be adventurous, but I'm going to be adventurous and try a little bit of E4. I don't know if that's going to be a mistake or not, but we're going to try it. And we're just going to add that to the top here, just to give it a little bit of warmth on top of the A4. And you can see how that's warmed that up compared to here. And I haven't dipped my brush in very much at all. The colour that someone was really interested in was B3. So, as it's a colour I've never used before, how am I going to use it, guys? Let's try my e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye Brush and in with B3. This, I will tap in the outer corner because I will deepen up the outer corner, but we'll go in here to start with. Now, to be fair, without being asked to try this colour, I probably would never have touched it in the palette. Super, super out of my comfort zone. Just picking up that outer tail of my eyebrow because I need to get into all the folds of my hooded and mature eye. Okay, and I'm going to take that into, wow, the crease, towards the inner eyebrow. Definitely makes a difference with the type of brush. I'm blending that out now. Just softening it in the crease area. I might just tap that more into a shape of my eyebrow rather than just a straight line across. That's sort of blended in that side. This is actually, I don't know if it's because it's a colour I'm not used to. I feel like I'm having more colour blending it, more trouble. I feel like I'm having more trouble blending it. But I'm going to take C1 metallic shade. I really am just playing here, guys. Wow. I wonder if I should have done that with my finger. Let's try my finger. Finger in C1. And in the centre of the eye. And excuse my nail, I got my nails done on Friday and it's a gel polish and it's peeling, so I'm going to have to go back. Let's go with C2. It's more of a silvery shade, and I will take an Anastasia brush because I'll need more precision for this, and I'll put that in the inner little bit of the eyelid. That's really pretty. Quite like that colour. Blends really nicely with C1. So now let's deepen up just the real outer edge. I'll try D5. Something a little bit different. This is totally not the sort of shades I use. Okay, so we're going to pat that in the outer corner. And I am just going to do the outer corner. I might run that under the eye with no extra colour on the brush. Following the line of my lower lash line. And just blending that. Going back in with our original blending brush and I might actually go in with the E4, the the orangey shade just to buff out those edges. And I just dipped it in the palette really lightly. Just to smooth out that top. Yep. That top line there. Another Anastasia brush and that E4, and just run that on the lower lash line just to warm it up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use my new Fenty eyeliner in Perpetrator. I'm going to use my new eyeliner from Fenty in Perpetrator, and I'm going to run that along my waterline. I might run it really close to my lash line on the bottom. Take that last smudger brush and just smudge that in a smidge. I will go away and do lashes and I'll be right back. Lashes on, and I decided to try some Glamour Lashes by Lily Lash. These are the Goddess lashes, and I don't wear them very often because they've got a really thick band, and on my hooded eyes they don't really play nicely with my eyes. But, and I've got a leaky eye again. Okay, so this look is totally out of my comfort zone, but I think it came out pretty good. Purples and lavenders really aren't my shades, but I think that's pretty good. I definitely prefer the warm shades and the aubergine shades in the palette rather than the straight out lilac-y purple shades here. So I think going forward in using this palette, the shades that I probably won't use as much as B3, C3 and D4 are probably the shades. So 3 out of this isn't too bad. The rest of them I definitely can see me using, and I have changed my tact and I am keeping this palette because there is so much versatility in it. And I really did like the warm look that I created from using this palette. That is a very purpley, lavendery eye look. So that completes the 3 looks 1 palette using the ABH Norvina Collection Pro Pigment Volume 5 palette. As I said, I think you can get so many different looks from this palette. I definitely went for the purples today. Crying out of that eye. I think it's one of the most versatile, colourful palettes I own, and it certainly isn't a one-trick pony. If you did enjoy that, guys, please give the video a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it. If you have any video suggestions that you would like me to film, let me know in the comments below as well. I am creating a list of your requests and I'd love to do that for you. I hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day. Be kind, stay safe. See you in my next video. See you later. Bye.